Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Liam Davies retains his EBU title by stopping La Femina in 5 rounds, and I thought this was a really impressive performance against an unbelievably tough Italian foe. Um, La Femina seemed to come in with the attitude that if I'm going to win this, I can't leave it up to the judges. I'm going to have to walk through fire, soak up all sorts of punishment, and just grind this guy down. But from the opening seconds, the aggression and the beautiful flow of punches from Liam Davies, it was just massively impressive. I mean, he came in with, I think, it was 14 wins, no draws, no defeats, and 6 KOs. So he's not known as a one-punch banger, and I don't think he is. But he's got enough pop to get your respect, and the way he threads his punches together is very, very impressive. Really fast, sharp, tight combinations. But La Femina, you will not find a tougher kid. These are super bantamweights, by the way. I mean, La Femina came in with 13 wins, no draws, no defeats, 7 KOs. He'd only fought once. I think it was in Germany in his last fight, where he scored a win. And that was for the EBU title as well. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I mean, the guy was just taking punches with his face. He wasn't really making any effort to get out of the way. And Davies must have thought Christmas had come early, because he was landing flush. But La Femina at no point panicked. At no point did he appear to be waning. It was more in the second round. He was going forward and landing a few of his own punches as well. I mean, by the end of the fight, during the post-fight interview, Liam had, I think, a slight vertical cut over his, let me get this right, I think it was his left eye, and then he had a slight cut on the corner of the eye. So very clearly, La Femina was landing his own punches. The third round, finally, La Femina's sort of cavalier attitude sort of came back to bite him on the backside, because a perfectly timed right hand from Davies put La Femina down. He immediately shot back up, almost, affronted that he'd been floored. It was probably a little bit more than a flash knockdown, but it was still not the type of punch that, I mean, it landed so well, and probably a mixture of the fact that Liam isn't a one-punch banger, and La Femina's got such a good jaw, he was able to bounce back up. But one thing that Liam will have learned from this fight is don't get greedy, because he came storming in to finish off La Femina, landing all sorts of punches. And then about 40, 50 seconds maybe after the knockdown, La Femina knocked him down. It was only a flash knockdown, but he countered, and Liam, standing square on, too greedy, down he goes. Wasn't hurt, and that was at the end of that third round. Now in the fourth round, Liam came out a little bit more conservative in what he was doing. Boxing, it was sort of box fighting, if you know what I mean. Controlled pressure, not being so reckless. And it paid dividends, because at the end of the fourth round, La Femina was on the floor from a sort of very short, compact left hook. He was just so open, La Femina. It was like he didn't care about defence. It was a case of, I'm going to come at you and I'm going to get you, or you're going to get me. Well, in the fifth round, he was got, because whereas his jaw was made of tough stuff, and by the way, he had the upper lip was swollen, and he looked like, those girls, they have all that, what they call that crap that they put in their faces now, collagen, is it? Into the lips to make you look like a duck's anus. His mouth was all swollen up, and but Liam, having hit him to the jaw innumerable times and fired some good body punches, though probably not enough of them, he finally found the key to the door. And that was a punch round about the back, top of the head, which scrambled La Femina. His legs did a little rubber dance. He fell backwards into the ropes. Liam pounced on him. An absolute salvo of full-blooded, two-fisted attack, punches galore, punches in bunches, and the referee stepped in and stopped the fight. Perfect bit of work from the referee, because La Femina, although he complained about it, his legs were not gone but rubbery, and he wasn't able to defend himself, and he wasn't firing back, and the referee had no option but to stop the fight. So a very good stoppage, very good 5th round win against an undefeated, teak-tough guy for Liam Davies. I was very impressed. And yeah, onwards and upwards now he goes. He beat Jason Cunningham in a round. That was earlier this year, and now he's got rid of an undefeated fighter in La Femina in 5. This has been a good year for him. So world title opportunities await him, you would think. I mean, kid's only 27. It's nothing. So he's got plenty of time coming into his prime. Again, this is a good example of how Frank Warren can bring on fighters in the traditional route, you know, sensibly, get them the right fights at the right time. No one is better at doing that than Frank Warren. God knows I've criticised that man enough on my channel. But let's give him credit. You know, he did it with people like Billy Joe Saunders. He's done it with people going way back. You know, even Daniel Dubois. I know there was a quantum leap to fight Joe Joyce, but Dubois was, you know, British and Commonwealth champ to start with. I don't see why promoters don't go down that route more often, rather than picking up, you know, this is the proper EBU European title, not some trinket that might get you a ranking which you don't deserve and then you get found out later down the line. This was a very good performance, and Warren's doing a good job with Liam Davies, and a world title shot I think awaits. So what did you think of this fight? Were you as impressed as I was with Liam Davies? What about La Famina's toughness? He can go back to Italy very, very proud. Even though he lost, he went out on his shield. He did everything he could to win. He came to win and he tried to win. He wasn't content to just go rounds. So I think the Italian fans could be proud of him. Anyway, leave your comments below. Thank you for your time as always. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. It takes a second to pop that subscription button and also the like button. Appreciate it, fellas. Thank you very much. Catch you later. Bye for now.